It's here! It is finally here!
It's here! It's here! It's here!
But as I was saying, it is here, the SpongeBob Pop Mart series number 4, I want to say, that they've released. This is called SpongeBob's Daily Quirks. And these minifigures are going to display some of SpongeBob and Patrick's many different quirks they might have while hanging out on Conch Street in Bikini Bottom. Pop Mart has released a lot of figures and we've opened up many of them here on this show. Like for example, the monster figures is probably one of the earliest ones I can remember opening. They also made probably one of the smallest SpongeBob minifigure sets we've ever seen. No, not those. They didn't make those though, but think a little bit, yeah, that. They're incredibly detailed though, so I can't wait to get into this one. Here is the entire set we're gonna be hunting for on screen here. We're gonna check them off as we go through them, but you'll notice it says that there is one secret figure as well that is a possibility, and it is beautiful. We have the beautiful, gorgeous, no, not from Jet Fusion, the beautiful, gorgeous 25th anniversary birthday cake SpongeBob figure, which I would kill for. That's a little bit dramatic. That's a little intense. I take that back. I would be overjoyed if I could get it though. But that figure is going for over $100 and the box itself is pretty expensive. So if we can get it, that would be incredible to save the money. And you know, I don't even know if I'll be able to get it if I don't get it in this box. So let's see what we got here. Donuts. Oh, there it is. The beautiful sight. Okay, our first one here, let's do it. Ooh, that is satisfying. The quality on these is so good, like every little step of it is just nice. Okay, so our first one here, these come with a trading card in them too, so I'm gonna try not to look at that. Our first one here. Ooh, oh my goodness. That is so freaking amazing. That is so clean. That is brilliant. Like, I feel like it's a weird descriptive word I've never like understood people using, but I kind of get it. That's brilliant. So it actually makes an S for SpongeBob or an S for Sandy, or in some parts of Texas, save our skin. So, but look at the design. It's so unique, you know what I mean? And I always compare these to some of the other main figure lines that have come out. Like we have the Funko Mystery Minis. Don't get me wrong, those are adorable. But the ones in Asia, they just always push the limit to what you think is possible with the figure. And it comes with the trading card, like I said. There it is. So this one is called Wobble. And again, these run about $15 each, and if they were any less quality, I would say like, dang, that is kind of overpriced. But because they're so good and they're so unique, compared to everything on the market, I honestly gotta say, I think that they're worth it. We're gonna get into the next one here. All right, next one up here. Honestly, the one that I want the most is the one that says Plump. Ryan will zoom in on it right here. That one would be really cool, because I just love it. It's like a little ball you can throw around. Let's see it. Ooh, what is this? The cameras are gonna focus on the little face. Focus on his little freaking face. It's so like the camera just does not like this thing. It like refuses it. There we go. Look at his little face. And I think that's his butt on top of his head there. Why does it remind me of like from Cartoon Network, like a gumball face Patrick? What is happening with this one though? Okay, so that's just one little bonus piece. So the actual figure, oh my god, what is that side eye? You see what I'm saying? Like, you just would not get this with the US figure line. You know, they always go with the most safe, like generic look for most of the stuff here in the US. This is funny, like that makes me want to collect it so much more, that it's so unique and it stands out with everything. So wait a minute, does he slide? Oh, hold up. That's a little strange. But in like the best way possible. I can't even recall them ever even doing anything like this in the show, but it's just strange enough to make me fall in love with it. Alright, that is awesome. What is this even called? Junk in the trunk? It's called Welcome. That is amazing. All right, number 3, let's go ahead and do it. So we're keeping it moving here. I don't know if it's possible for us to get a dupe. I'm just excited to get the figures. We would have to miss one in order to get the Chase figure. So I don't know which one we would miss if we did get it, but it's kind of good because it's a win-win either way. If you don't get it, at least you get the entire set. But if you do get it, then you know, you're like, okay, well, I don't get to have the whole set, but I have this really rare figure. Okay, our next one, let's take a look here. This one is, ooh, this is the split one. Oh man, that is cool. I'm pretty sure this is from the intro, if I'm correct, right? When he's like shifting into different shapes. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob. If I'm wrong, there's definitely something similar to this in the intro. But man, that is cool. One of the greatest things about SpongeBob is just how transformative he is. So seeing him kind of segmented like this is really cool. And what kind of makes me wonder is what this figure would look like if we were to like somehow be able to separate it and build it back into one piece. Sorry for the additional little project here, but if we could cut this into pieces, Ryan, and then bring it back together, what does this look like? So let's just say hypothetically I was holding that figure instead. That is crazy. I don't know what it looks like, but I can imagine it's adorable because I could kind of put it together in my brain. And that's kind of cool because it's like they essentially did have to make the character like that and then broke him down and able to make it this way. So likely is there's somewhere out there there's a prototype, or maybe if you just like pushed on it enough, you could break it into its different pieces. And he actually stands really well too, surprisingly. And I'm just so happy that these got here in good shape too, because honestly, like I would show you the camera footage of how this package got delivered to my house, but it's just like way too open of a shot. But essentially the guy like didn't want to walk up the whole freaking driveway, so he just threw the box at my door. It kind of, here's an example, it kind of looked like this. Except for his shirt was blue, because that's important. Kobe. So let's see what we got here in the next one. Come on, I want to get that plump one. Ooh, this is an interesting shape. What do we have here? So far we haven't got any of the Patrick ones. See it? Oh, so freaking cute. I think that's my favorite one so far. He's a heart, and then it looks like he's trying to, yes, his arms are a little bent there, but he's also turning his hands into a little cute K-pop heart. And then his arms are making another heart. So he's a heart, his arms are a heart, and then his hands are making an additional heart. That's an 80s video game level of hearts. That's amazing. And I love how glossy his eyes are. Like the quality is just incredible. It just makes all of them so much cuter that the eyes are so glossy. And then like the rest of his body has like a more matte texture, because it just makes everything stand out. The only thing I would kind of, if I had to like nitpick anything, is I would have loved if they made his shoes equally as glossy as his eyes, as a small little accent to go with it. And I think that would kind of cover up any scrapes and scratches that the shoes might, you know, develop over time because it's got that glossiness to it. But yeah, that's the best one so far. Quick ranking. Oh my gosh, this one's amazing. This one's so sick. I'm gonna go with sick. This one I'm gonna go with a 9. Okay, I can't do it. Oh, they're so freaking cute. I want to give them all a 10, but I can't. I'm gonna give this one an 8, a regrettable one. I'm gonna give this one a 9 because I have to leave room for improvement, but I really want to give it a 10. That one is kind of sus in the best way. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. And this one I'm gonna give it a 7.5 too, just because like I said, I want to give them all like a 9 or a 10, but I have to have room for the best ones to stand out, you know? Okay, next one, let's check it out. And you guys let me know which one's your favorite by the end of this video as well. All right, what do we have here? What do we have? No way. No, there's no way. It is, what in the world? We have SpongeBob and his pants are kind of like sliding off. That's an interesting one. I don't understand like what it's kind of like supposed to be. I think what would have been a better design is like maybe if they would have had like in the movie when the back flap comes out and his butt's like, you know, exposed. Okay, and this one is called Fit. So I guess it's supposed to be like his outfit. It's a little odd on that one. I'm gonna give that one a 7. It's very high quality again too, like comparatively to any other figure line, I would give it a higher ranking than most. But in this particular set, I'm gonna give it honestly, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I don't really get that one much, but maybe I'm missing something. Oh, I think this is it. I don't know, it's so hard to tell. let's see what we have. Let's just open it. This is, oh, this is Patrick. His bottom was so big, I thought it was the plump one, the spherical one. Ah, okay, so there should be another piece in there. So this is classic. You have the nail on the head, them constructing SpongeBob's house, Patrick. For this one, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'll give it a 6.5 again, just because with everything we had that's so unique here, this is kind of like underwhelming comparatively to everything else that we've seen. I mean, I could probably find you at least 3, maybe even 4 figures in this room that have this exact same design. And I love it, it's a classic moment, but when I'm getting these figures and they're like $15, my expectations are a little bit higher than your basic model sheet designs, you know? He is very, very cute, but design is also very, very common, so I'm gonna give him a 6.5. Again, amazing. 10 out of 10 in comparison to most figures. Honestly, the best figure in this room now of this moment, but I would have loved something pushing the limits a bit more. All right, we're halfway in here. No chase yet, but I'm loving this set either way. And there is a series that's right before this one. If you guys want me to pick that one up, let me know. I'm always a little hesitant on these, not because they're not great, they're fantastic, but they are like $200 for the box, so they are pricey. If you hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. But I think I have every other line they've done except for that one now, so if you guys want to see me get it, I might just have to splurge and make it happen. But let's take a look here. We have a sandy base here. What could this be? It's another Patrick one, I think, because I see the green like reflecting off the inside of the bag there. Oh my god! Now this is what I'm talking about. Is there other pieces? No. So from the side, it's like, what the heck even is this, right? But then so it's like something like a freaking paint can or something landed on his head there. It gives it such a cartoonish dynamic to it that is so on brand for Patrick. This says, "Where's the leak, ma'am?" More than this one does, honestly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is way 10 times cooler than this one all day, just because where else are you gonna get this? You could find another option for this one. This may be the only figure we have for sure, or ever will get of Patrick just doing this. Okay, so that's joined my ranks as number 3, my 3rd favorite. My favorite number 1, I think, might be this one. Now that I really look at it, I just love how twisted and strange it is. And this one is just freaking melts my heart. So I like that one too, but this one is up there with just the strange craziness. I'm not giving up on the chase. I'm not. I still think somehow, even if it is a 1 out of 144 chance, I think somehow we can get it. Next up we have is Patrick. So this is kind of just like Patrick if he was like a more generic, like stereotypical sea star, I suppose. He kind of reminds me of when he's on the top of the Christmas tree here. A star on top will complete all the scenery. He's really cute again, but I guess you have to have a couple of those like more just like basic ones in the set just for like the average, you know, because that way it makes the crazy ones kind of stand out, right? And it makes you kind of hope to get those ones. If they all were just like, wow, unique, then getting those really good ones wouldn't really maybe feel as special, right? So I think that's kind of like programmed into it, so to speak, for it to kind of be like that. And maybe that's what I'm realizing now, because this one is also kind of basic, but at the price of like, again, $15.90 is like the retail price, but realistically most shops are selling these for $20. You kind of have to make all of them like incredible, because $20 and you get like something super basic looking, you might be a little disappointed. Like if I had paid $20 and I could only afford one of these, you know, and I was just like, I want to get one, this wouldn't be the one that I would want, but I wouldn't be mad. But I would definitely be like, oh man, it would have been cool to get some of the other ones. And I think that all just comes down to the price point. Like the Funko ones being like $9, $10 at retail, you're kind of like, oh, I'll try to get like, you know, multiple of them if I can and hope for the one that I want. Whereas with this one, you're like, $20. I please be the one that I want. But again, the quality is so nice, I can't knock them on it, honestly. You guys know me, like whenever I do these reviews type stuff, I always try to put the value into the equation, just because, you know, realistically, not everybody is collecting SpongeBob stuff to the volume that I am, or has a YouTube channel like rooted around it. So I always try to remember that when I do the reviews as like an average consumer, how you might feel while paying a certain price for said item. But for me, adding the whole collection to the shelf, I just think this one's fantastic. But throwing that aside, they're all incredible. Next one, let's do it. It's here. I'm pretty sure this is the one. What is it? Come on. What? That is not. What is he? Like Chemical X? A base? He's like a... I don't know what's happening, but I love it so much. It's like a cannonball. Why is he doing this? And it has a base too. It's a little bikini bottom cloud. It's a little transparent cloud for his base. And I'm assuming he's supposed to be kind of like a cannon maybe? Or he's just supposed to be like yelling in Squidward's ear or something. But again, the wackiness, the craziness of it, that put it in my top 5 for sure. I think this might be number 3. These two are still holding strong. Holding solid as my top 2 here. And I only keep bringing them both up because I keep going back and forward mentally between which one I like more. But that one definitely put up some competition. Getting a little nervous here. Not gonna lie, getting a little nervous. 1, because I have this Leaning Tower of Destruction that is next to me. And 2, because we only have 3 left. I really want the chase, but if it comes at the cost of missing the plump one, I'm gonna be a little disappointed, a little sad. I really want that one. But at the same time, because if I was gonna get the chase, I would want it to be like substituted out for like this one, you know? But maybe we just won't get the chase, either way. So next up, okay, I think I know where this is going because I see this little arrow on the top here, which I'm gonna ask that question in a second here, what that even is. It is Patrick, and yes, he's so freaking cute. That is the best Patrick one, by far. So it's Patrick laying on the ground, looking a little bit sad, but he's in the shape of his house right there. Like maybe his house got destroyed one of the many times or walked off on him.
Well, there goes the neighborhood.
So he's laying there being his own house, and you have the little thing that goes on top of his house. Like, I don't know what is this? Like, I think in some of the earlier episodes, they kind of made it as if it was like an antenna for like his TV. And then in some points, it's kind of like a wind sail, right? That like tells you the direction the wind's going. But now it's just like an arrow. So like, I don't know. You guys know what that little thing on the top of Patrick's house actually is? You guys let me know. But there it is. That took the cake as my number 3. That's my number. Oh man, maybe that's number. It still doesn't beat the Heart SpongeBob. I'm obviously SpongeBob's my favorite golden boy, so it's like, you know, he's always gonna be my favorite, but oh, it's so tough. You know what? I think in conjunction, these two are my favorite. Like, if it's one figure, I'm going with this one. But if I could pick 2, I would leave that one and get these 2. If I only bought 2 and I could only get 2, I would want it to be these 2. These are so good. Like, they're just so well designed and they're so fun on top of it. I would have loved to have seen a Squidward in this set, but I totally understand. It's SpongeBob and Patrick's kind of daily quirks, so I kind of get it. But Squidward, I was gonna say Squidward has some quirks. This is it. This is the, oh, it's so satisfying. I literally got goosebumps of satisfaction tossing it. Here it is, the plump SpongeBob. Oh my. That is it. That's number 1. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. He's so cute. I love his face too. It's like his face is like right in that moment of heartbreak where like his face hasn't even completely reacted. He's like partially twitching. And there's so, like, it's so well done. Like the lumpiness of it is so, like, it makes it so realistic rather than it being like just a smooth, like sanded down ball. Like it's kind of lumpy. Like he really did squish it. Almost has like a level of sponginess to it. That's number 1. That's number 1 for sure. That is the number 1 best one in this set. That is so incredible. This might not even go in, like, I don't want to separate the set, so I probably will go out here, but I would love to just put this on my nightstand inside the house because I just think he's so cool. I might have to just go online and get a second one of these so I can just have one like by my side to like fidget with. And he fits perfectly inside of this one's mouth. Okay, honestly, if we get the chase, that would be amazing. But if we don't, I wouldn't be sad. Like, I'm just happy. This whole set was so nice, and I don't feel like I missed too much. So even if I didn't get the chase in this last one, I still feel like this overall was worth it. I had so much fun being able to do it with you beautiful people, as always. If you guys could hit the like button, that would be amazing. Subscribe so you guys can get, so we can get closer to that 100,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're almost there. Just a little bit further. I would greatly appreciate it. But even if I don't get this one, this set feels still worth it. Even at the price that it is, it feels like I don't feel robbed by it, even without the chase. So if it is the chase, that would be really cool. The one that we'd be missing if this is the chase would be the Joy SpongeBob. And if it's not, then it would be that chase. So let's see here. Honestly, I can't even really tell. All right, so let's see here. What did we get? The final one. It is the Joy SpongeBob. Oh my gosh, his body is like twisted here. You can see on the back, you've got his shirt and his collar and his tie there, and then on the front, you've got his body because he's literally twisting. It kind of gives me vibes of the SpongeBob movie posters. There was a few of them. There was one that said big drama, big action, big romance, and then there's this one, big twist. And he's doing a similar thing to this. I really wish that he could go on his hands, because I thought that at first that he was like a handstanding SpongeBob, which I don't know if we have any handstanding SpongeBob yet. I'm sure they exist, but in the collection I can't think of a handstand SpongeBob, so that would have been really cool. But he does stand up straight, and there it goes right there. I'm really glad they add the flower though, because if you take off the flower, it kind of looks a little bland, this one, and it's like, I don't know, like just nothing really happening. But to fill in that background there, since there's just so much space on the base. Yeah, on the base, I like that, you know. Welcome Comfort Cartoons, where I laugh at my own jokes. All right, the space on the base, the flower actually helps fill in that a little bit. So there we go. That is the entire line. I gotta say, I knew it was gonna be my favorite, and I'm happy that I got it. This one is my favorite. You guys let me know what was your favorite in this video. The shocking one, honestly, if you look at the image for Wobble, this one, it's kind of like this. So I didn't realize that it was like this design, you know? So it's to be kind of like he's doing like the worm here, but you could also put him up like that too. There's a lot of different ways you could kind of orient this one and it would work. And that's the case with a few of these. Like a few of them, you could position them kind of in your own unique way and they would all work. And I think those are my favorite ones. I mean, the ball one, so leveled, you can balance it on stuff because it's so perfectly weighted in the center. This is for sure the best one. You guys let me know which one is your favorite overall, but all of them are incredible. An amazing set. Definitely worth the money, and I'm glad that they are solid as they are for said price. And if you guys want to see me open up that other set, let me know. Stay tuned here. We're gonna add these to the collection, of course. But before that, if you guys haven't already, hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. And if you guys want to support the show further, go check out our Patreon where you can sign up for only $2 a month. And when you sign up, you'll get an extended version of this video, 100% ad-free. You get invited to our Discord where you can hang out and talk with a bunch of other members of this community, plus early releases and a bunch of other perks. That link is down below, as well as the link to the Whatnot streams where we are live every single Friday. You can come hang out with us. I auction off a bunch of awesome nostalgic related products, and I do giveaways every single week. So we'd love to have you there. And when you sign up, as I said, you get 15 bucks, so go check it out. All that information will be pinned at the top of the comments and in the description. I'm realizing now that I probably could have collapsed the boxes and that would have saved me a lot of heartache. But sometimes in life, you don't learn anything from taking the easy route. You learn by making things harder on yourself. You know the drill, scan it. Okay, so we added them in here right in front of all of our SpongeBob sneakers, in front of the Monsters set. To be honest, I love the Monsters, but they have a weird look that it takes a certain mood to appreciate. As these ones, you know, they're very on the nose amazing, so I decided to put them right up in front here. And I'm still trying to complete this Funko Mystery Mini line. Okay, and of course you guys know I keep all of these little cards and pieces that come with stuff. This is my little container where I put all those cards and stuff, so of course I'll be adding those in here. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, and check out this video on your screen right here, which is the last video on this show. I know you're gonna love it. Again, Patreon, whatnot, all that stuff is in the description. Hopefully I see you guys there as well, but as always, thank you so much for just watching this video, and I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Adios and bloop!